Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, welcome to everyone. Welcome to Breakfast Spelunky for the 20th of November 2020. I'm your host, Andy Nealon, and I'm going to try to... Wait, what? Everyone got to 720, 722, 726. Jesus. It looks like I missed a good daily yesterday. Well, it was worth it. We interviewed Stuffed Wombat, and that was super fun. Hey, everyone. That was super fun. I highly recommend you check out Stuffed Wombat's website. Has really Handulum Plus is maybe my favorite, but everything there is a cool experiment. Always Down is good too. That's why I didn't do the daily yesterday. Yeah, Colin says something in the water yesterday. Well, congratulations everyone. 742. Wow. Okay. Everyone probably saw, I mean, definitely everyone here on the chat saw that Jeremy put out that link to the scraping of the dailies, which is interesting because I think it collects both. I think it collects both Steam and PlayStation. Andy, are you ready to talk about exponentially decaying score functions? Sure. Hit me. I'll try my best. It's been a couple of years, but I do remember the basics of it. Right, I mean, the motivation for that paper... Oh, Xanagir already posted something. Well, let's look at that first. I'm going to pull this up. Let's full screen this. I'll just have the audio running over it. That's fine. Here we go. Let's see what's going on here. Man, there's a lot of stuff falling from the sky.
I'm telling you, I refuse to PB my more than one level. That was so embarrassing.
I mean, how are you supposed to avoid those things? Like, what could you have done there? What could you have done differently?
I refuse to.
Oh wait, I have to turn this off. 1 second. Let me.
So embarrassing.
Let me do this, not stupidly. Yeah, let's do this again. Okay. Jumped 0.5 seconds too soon, says Xanagir. Should have let it come down a bit more. I mean, but that seems like a very specific skill, right? I mean, whatever. I guess everything in Spelunky is a very specific skill. Right, because those levels all wrap around, right? Exit was on the right. Man, I can't wait to... First of all, I'll never get there and then die there really quick. Okay. So... Jeremy, I think what happens in that scraper or that data collector is it takes it from the last day, right? Like it probably takes a day to update that, I assume. But yeah, the motivation for that high scores paper was that people were complaining to us a little bit about, yeah, Jeremy says a day old data. People were complaining that it's like, oh, it's so hard to get a high score. I'm like, yeah, it makes sense, right? That would be hard to get a high score. And it turns out they were like, well, I'm getting better. I'd expect that I'd eventually reach my high score again. And I was like, I don't think you get better at the speed that takes you to actually reach that score again. And I'm pretty sure that you could just show that with some data, right? And then my extremely talented PhD student at the time, Aaron Isaacson, went out and just did it and was like, oh yeah, it doesn't even matter. Like if you're learning at like normal learning rates, you still can't get to a point where your high scores don't decay, right? Exponentially, right? Which is why it's hard to get better scores after you've reached like the best score. Jerry says the data analysis on the daily challenge for everyone changed my perspective on how good players are at the game. Showing the leaderboard on the top really only focuses you on the top players and you don't really get the whole picture, right? Colin says, I feel like Drop 7 didn't have a lot of skill in it. It was all about random variance giving you occasionally high scores. Yeah, but even if you have... Colin, the paper that Aaron wrote, or that we co-authored, it doesn't matter if it's random or not. It doesn't matter. Like... You're still going to get to a point where just your own variance in the game and stuff like, you know, fatigue that we just saw in Xanagir, is going to get the better of you, and you just won't be able to reproduce it at the rate that you were in the beginning. It's just impossible. Okay, can't see the key. Where's the key? Where's the key? No key. Cool. Nope, don't do that. That doesn't mean it's not a skill game, right? It's still a skill-based game. Like Drop 7, yeah, it has a lot of variance in it, but so does poker. It's still a skill-based game. Like, you'll still have an edge on other people, right? And the best way to always show that is a thing that I learned from Richard Garfield, which is just make the game a best of X, right? There's always an X for which you can make a game where the outcome is not random, where there's randomness in it, but someone has an edge. So if it's not a coin flip, if statistically speaking a game is not a coin flip, all you have to do is play a best of X, where X might be as big as 100, to make it into a game where the people who have the 5% edge win 95% of the time. Right? This is all muscle memory. I'm not even paying attention here. This is gonna suck because I don't have, well, let's see. Right? Yeah. Yeah, it depends, right? So it depends very much. Like it depends on how long the game takes. So the reason we consider poker skill-based and maybe Drop 7 not is because a session of poker takes almost no time. So if you can do a best of X, where X is a very large number, and X only takes you a minute or two, right, then you can quickly get to a number where it becomes a purely skill-based, well, purely, not purely, right? You can't, if a game has chance in it, you can literally never turn it into a game where someone's going to win 100% of the time, right? That's just not possible. But you can get very close to high win rates just by making it a best of N, right? That's why StarCraft and other games are, you know, in tournament plays are best of 5 or best of 7 or something like that. Sure. Probably not worth it, but whatever. Collected Company. I think I know who you are, Collected Company. I'm going to make a wild guess, but I'm not going to say it. There's also something you said for competitive games in which the less skilled player has a shot at winning. Exactly, right? That's also Richard Garfield's point about luck in games, right? I think you do, and thanks. I think you do, thanks. I knew it was you. Welcome. If I am indeed correct about who you are, I hope that thing that I got an email about yesterday sorted itself out. Okay. So let's take another quick pause because I'm going to see what Colin's saying here. I have this whole theory that the most popular games on Earth have no skill component and are just good at seeming like they have a skill component. See Bejeweled, Peggle, all casino games. Does Pachinko have skill? I mean, it does, right? But it's all, the question always is, how much is it, right? How much is it? Again, no skill. When you say no skill, all you can mean in my worldview is it's a coin flip, right? There's no skill in a coin flip. There's absolutely no skill in a coin flip. But as soon as you can do a thing where you even have 1% when you're 51 to 49, technically, if you know how to reproduce the 51 to 49, and it takes 1 second to do that, you can turn it into a game of skill. Oops. Oh, that worked. Wow. I didn't know I could get that close. Pachinko is a zero skill game that evolved from a skill game. Again, I'm pretty sure that there are people who are better at Pachinko than other people. Pretty sure that's true. Right? But again, it depends on your... These are all definitions, right? So to be clear, right? Like, we can, like, argue all day long about the word skill, but, like, just... I tend to not like to do that. Just the way I don't like arguing about whether a game is deep or not. I'll just say, well, here are the numbers. Now you decide whether you think that's deep. Right? But just by the numbers, if a game has an edge for anyone, you can turn it into a quote-unquote game of skill. Yeah, I've played Pachinko, Colin. there's a power dial on it, right? You can change the power at which the balls fall down. Casino table games have no skill component. Yeah, no, they don't, because they're, well, they don't. You're right. What if everyone is able to produce 5149 after playing a relatively small amount of time? Well, what do you mean by everyone? Someone won't be able to produce it, because if it's a competitive 2-player game, someone's the 49, right? Unless it's a single-player game. I'm not talking about single-player games here, right? Oh. Yeah, the whole feel like they have skill, but they don't actually, that's a different problem, right? Craps is more popular than flipping a coin because of perceived complexity. Yeah. No, for sure. For sure. Right? I would never argue that those games are skill-based. I do know that in terms of your likelihood, I think Craps is the only one where you can even get close to 49%. I mean, you can't beat the house in Craps, right? You can't. If you could, they wouldn't offer it. But I hear that that's the game where you can get closest to quote-unquote beating the house. Not beating the house, but like having the chance of getting money. But it's an algorithm, right? So is that skill? If you can memorize the algorithm and someone else can't, technically that's an ability, right? Like if I tell you that without the blackjack table, you could still be competent at blackjack, because I can tell you like a one-shot heuristic that works pretty well. Again, a piece of research we did at NYU. Well, that's some skill, but it's a single-player game, right? Because you're playing against a house that's running an algorithm. That's all the house is doing in blackjack. What am I doing here? This doesn't look good. There we go. By the way, all muscle. I am not focusing on this game here at all right now. I am only focusing on the conversation in the chat. Roulette. Every bet is the exact same expected payout. It's literally impossible to make decision playing. Yeah, no, for sure. That's all of that's true. All of that's true. I'm not going to argue against it. But again, that's casino. Casino games generally. Whoa, didn't want to do that. Didn't really want to do that. Let's get out of here. The best streamers don't actually play the game they're streaming. I mean, it's definitely the case for me in Spelunky HD. Oh, wait. I mean, okay, awesome. See, this is exactly what I was worried was going to happen. I don't have enough bombs, and I don't have the tools to actually drill down. So unless there... Nope, no bombs here, I think. Let's see. Nope, I wanted to buy that. Sorry. Nope, not bombs. Not bombs. Well, let's buy the spiky boots. It's weird that I already don't want to play this anymore now because I can't get to the crown. But sure, whatever, let's do it. I'm not taking the teleporter. Yep, plain Tiamat run. Try to bomb down regardless. I guess I could have... Yeah, whatever. But I think you can make a game that seems hard but is actually incredibly easy. It's a good place to be. There we go. Yeah, let's try to... I'm not going to speedrunning and say the wrong term here, but I'm just going to try to get through this quick so that we can get to the daily. But if you can make a game that seems hard, but is actually incredibly easy, that's a good place to be. Seems hard, but is incredibly easy. I know a lot of games that seem easy, but are incredibly hard. But I don't know about seems hard, but is actually incredibly easy. Remember not to not kill Olmec, right? I mean, if you mean something like Bejeweled, I don't know if Bejeweled seems that hard. but maybe. I don't know. I rarely looked into that axis. I usually looked into the other one. Right? I was much more interested in things that... Whoa! Okay, fine. I was much more interested in things like Steven's Sausage Roll is a game that looks easy but is incredibly hard, I think. 10:48. I'm doing this till noon. Let's try another one. Let's try another quick practice run. Did you beat SSR? I did not. I did not. So those games usually, again, I've said this before on the show here, I'm not a big fan of puzzle games. I admire good puzzle game design, right? Because it's hard. It's hard to make a good puzzle game. So I admire people who are good at that. I just don't have the skill or patience or I don't know, right? I mean, we once made a game that was hard, even though it looked easy. It's called Catch Up. I think, Colin, you may have heard of this one before. We may have talked to you about this, right? It's basically a game where you you start with a set of numbers in the middle, and then basically each player takes, like, the first player starts, you take a number, and then as soon as your number, so both start at 0, as soon as your number is equal to or higher than your opponent's, turn order switches. So if they take the 5 and then there's a 1 and a 2, so the player who's after that could take the 1 and the 2, still only be at 3, and still get another turn. Right? So it turns out, you know, that's like a rubber banding mechanic, obviously. But the idea was, would it be dramatic and fun and la 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 la? And furthermore, is it easy to play? Like, are there like good heuristics for it? Turns out there aren't. There really aren't. It's really hard to, like, you basically, it's hard in the sense that the only way to play it well is to brute force the decision tree. Which is, you know, that's usually not, it's not the sign of a great game. High level, what's it called? Vier gewinnt in German. Match 4, right? High level match, high level like 4 in a row or whatever the game's called, I can't even think about it right now, is also boring as hell, right? Because the only way to get good at it is to, man, I'm not gonna get the stupid, weird, is to brute force the decision tree, right? You basically have to count parity, which I don't think that's a good game. I make games that look easy and are hard. Yeah. It's much, yeah, exactly. It's games that look easy and are hard. I've seen a lot of those. Games that look hard but are easy, I don't know, right? That seems really hard. Looks easy is impossible. But to pull this back to where you started, drop 7 feels harder than it actually is. Maybe. There are some good heuristics that people have built over time, and there are definitely people who are better at the game than others. I find that the game, unless you're playing it on quote-unquote hard mode, overstays its welcome. Right? I think it's too long. I think the vanilla version of the game is much too long. I still think it's a good game. I mean, I liked playing it back in the day, like, a lot. Like, so much so that I was working on a sequel before Zynga bought Frank's studio. And then as a prize for, like, not being allowed to continue working on the game, I got a free GDC pass out of it. Which, you know, that was fine. Wow, look at all those turkeys up there. Yeah, whatever. Grow 21 gives me puzzle game-like headaches. Ironically, that's funny. That's nice. I didn't even know you played it. I mean, Grow 21 definitely, when I first made that card game, seemed like a, well, this is probably not good. And then I played it with a couple of people, including Frank Lance, and it was like, oh, wait a minute. This is actually not as trivial. Ugh, that was bad. This is actually not as trivial as one might think. So yes, there are certain situations, but a lot of that in Grow 21 comes from that you can actually get good at the game if you're good at card counting, and card counting is boring as hell, right? I don't like card counting at all, right? If I can avoid having card counting in a game, I'll do that any day. Played it with my dad. Nice, nice. Good quarantine content. Cool. Yeah, you know, there was an idea back then when I was so wanted to, like, when I thought maybe publishing board games was a good idea to, like, actually make it into a real thing and work on it a lot more. But I don't know. That never came to fruition. Okay. But it was a fun game, right? Because we made it in an afternoon. Turns out sometimes you can make semi-decent games in an afternoon. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Yep, that's not going to work. That's going to work. Let's go back up. I'll get back to the chat in just a second. As you can probably tell, this whole thing that Colin brought up about perceived complexity, very near and dear to my former researcher heart. I don't worry about it as much anymore, because quite frankly, I've moved into the arts and I'm more interested in just, you know, making things and seeing what people think about them. Trying to understand them, but not in a I need to publish a paper way. Jaker McGee, maybe a game that seems hard and easy for people to appear like they are doing great until they see how experts play. Seems hard and is easy. I guess you could see it that way. I mean, maybe Street Fighter, right? Street Fighter seems hard when you see people play it, but then when two people play it who are beginners, it's not hard to execute, right? And two people who are playing on the same level will probably have a good experience. And then they see experts play it and they're like, Jesus, okay. Yeah, RTSs, I guess you could consider some of those games to be like, look hard, but aren't actually hard to play. They're not hard to play, but I guess it also depends. Again, here's where you get into the thick of this, and I haven't thought this through, and honestly doing this in parallel to playing this game is difficult. Oh boy. Oh wait, I have the jump boots. Let's do this. It depends on if it's a single player game, multiplayer game, competitive, all those different things, right? So this is where it starts getting like academic and Sisyphean. Like, and it's fun to do, but it's also work, right? And I'm not saying it's not good work. I'm just saying that it's the work I've done for enough in this life, right? I want to do other work. Okay, cool. So I'm totally messing this up again, right? I'm not paying attention. So there's... Oh, wait. There's blah, blah. There's what's his name? Probably. Jesus. I don't have a skeleton key. I'm looking for the other key. Where's the other key? Is this a giant level? Is this a huge level and I'm just... I should just stop? Ugh. I can't seem to find... Goodbye. No! No, 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 no! Well... Okay, cool. Con, I think I undermines the appeal. Collect Kami mentioned snakes and ladders earlier. The great thing about snakes and ladders is the level playing field. A 4-year-old can beat a 25-year-old. If I'm the 4-year-old on this analogy and see someone on Twitch playing really well, then it demotivates me. Interesting. I mean, that's valid, right? It's definitely happened to me for sure, right? Volcana is an appropriate location for hot takes. Hey, Docky. Hi, the daily is noted by a red skull near the timer. It's not the daily, exactly. The dog is really far away from that altar. I mean, I just ruined myself. That's fine. Kevin Johnson, goodbye. Should I do one more? Let's do one more practice run. And then I'll run a couple of days. I'll probably run both dailies. I wonder what happens, Jeremy, if you run both dailies, if they both show up in that leaderboard, or if only your top score shows up. I would assume it's not that smart. I would assume it's both. This is collected company. This is extra entertaining to watch as someone who has never played any Spelunky. Hey, Pixel Titans. Well, I hope I'm making it look easy. It's really not. It's really not easy. Such unspectacular levels today. Like, there's nothing interesting happening. Docky says, my day job is designing co-op games for disabled children and their families, so Snakes and Ladders are similar, and similar are big on my list of games fair for all players. Right. Spelunky is so far away from Snakes and Ladders difficulty-wise, even if there are thematic similarities, says Colin. Yeah, for sure, right? This is exactly what I wanted these Fridays to be. Me dying at Spelunky, but also having like simulcast game design conversations and game design theory conversations in parallel, and see how well I do in both. It's like the chess boxing of game design. Only that's cooperative and not competitive. And maybe it's sort of competitive. By the way, a thing that Frank Lance thinks is straight up not a thing. Oh, it's down there. Okay. Like, he never liked the ambiguous cooperative games. Like Dead of Winter and all that stuff, where it's like, ooh, it's cooperative until it's not, right? And it's not even like a trader mechanic. It's more of a like, well, you don't know. Like, everyone has their own agenda. Oh, come on. Really? Well, it's, you know what? This time I don't care. I'm going to use my resources to do this. That doesn't work. That works, probably. Nope, need 2 bombs. Cool. Sweet. I was pretty sure that wasn't going to go all the way to the shop. Nope. Not, well. Yeah, whatever. Let's take this. You're doing good at the conversation, but sucking with the Spelunky. Yeah, probably. Spelakes and Speladders. AI Walker. Nice. Nice one, Docky. Co-op board games leave me personally cold unless it's Legacy, which work great. I mean, I like Hanabi. Our current favorite is The Crew, which is a cooperative trick-taking game. Fantastic. Have you played any more Demon's Souls, Andy? No, I didn't get around to it. This week has been a real nightmare. Ooh, Thomason. Time to get famous, everyone. Time to get famous. Are you ready? Let's get famous. 1, 2, 3, and we're all famous. There we go. Done. Yeah, this week was it still is a nightmare. I still haven't submitted my final grades. Okay, what's happening here? Where am I? Where did I just put the... Oh, there's a lot of dart traps here. And okay, I don't want to go that way. That triggered. That must have triggered. Yes, that did trigger. Nah, didn't want to do that. There's an altar down there. And I think I just heard... Poochie, but I don't... Bottom... Always hard to tell. I think it was bottom left, but I'm not sure. Oh, that already triggered. Okay. Okay, so let's go down there. Get some more light going here. Jesus, come on. Oh, wait. Well, you're getting straight sacrificed, my buddy. Didn't think that was gonna happen. Where's I hear it. Is it below me? Nah, it must have been above me. Yeah, I don't actually have the resources to fight my way back up there. Now it's on the right. Now it's on the right, so it is up there. Oh, there, right there. Ugh. Nah, that's not, I can't get that. I can't get that, I only have 2 bombs. Well, let's at least try. If I give this, well, that's not gonna work. Not worth it. Not worth it. Probably worth it, but also I feel like I'm gonna use up all my resources and I will not have achieved the desired effect. Whoa. There we go. Oh, you dirtbag. No! Saw it, didn't do anything about it. $256. Let's get out of here. I'm not. Oh, nope. Let's not get out of here. Could have definitely done something about that. What is this? Oh, sorry. What is this co-op trick-taking game? It is. Dark levels require too much focus. What's the game called? It's called the Crew. It's 50 missions where you're like playing a trick-taking game, but there are missions where like, oh, you have to like fulfill like this person needs to get the trick with this card in it in this order. That kind of stuff, right? Derp boy, can you watch this? That seems weird. Sorry, Derp boy, you're out of here. Derp boy needed to give context for watch this. Sorry, I'm pretty skittish on the banning now. Let's see. Crew is an air trick taking game. Fear the mole nearby. Okay, so let's do a daily. I think why I tend to not like co-op unless it's legacy is there aren't enough stakes. I mean, have you tried to beat Hanabi with 4 players and get 25 points? You know, those are really good. Try if you, Colin. Have you ever played Hanabi? I still think Hanabi is fantastic, right? The stakes are you want the team to win, right? But again, you know, you may require to have the big buy-in of multiple sessions in order for it to feel epic and important. That's totally, I find that totally valid. Almost certainly a Rickroll. Yeah, that was for sure a Rickroll. So even close friends, I hate getting blind links. Yeah, blind links is weird, right? Legacy games have stakes because I don't want to leave myself exactly. In old web design, someone described unmarked links as eating mystery meat. Yep, nope, not happening, right? Zach introduced me to Hanabi. Just don't care about the outcome like I care about the outcome of a versus game. Yeah, I mean, again, different, you know, different people have different tastes, right? That a lot of things are just boil down to taste. I have certain people who don't play anything but cooperative games, and I still like playing games with them. And it turns out I have enough cooperative games I like, so that's never going to be a problem, right? There we go. Okay. Collect comment say I love raiding in MMOs, but I don't know if that qualifies as co-op in the same way a tabletop trick taking. Yeah, I think it does, right? I think it does. Ozymandias, I think there are Twitch channel settings to prevent links automatically. Also for talking co-op trick-taking games, there's always Pinochle. I've never played Pinochle. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Sorry. Oh god, look at where the key is. Cool. Thanks, game. Well, let's first see where the door is so that I don't do work for nothing. Okay, it's not there. There's... oh, man. Okay, well, obviously, step one. Definitely get the cat. Step two, I probably should bomb this, right? So let's do that. Okay. That was a little bit too close, I'd say. Oh, please. Oh no, don't walk. Why do I like green things? Green isn't even my favorite color. But if you give me something green, oh shit! I'll walk straight into it. Is it because it's the color of money? Am I that shallow? Wait, where's the key? It's down there with our little douchebag. He's getting sacrificed. What? Okay, it has to be over there, right? Well, I'm bombing my way there. Yep, there it is. There it is. That was worth it. Okay. Okay, take a little break. The key position. Yeah, the key position was rough just now. Xanagar says rating in MMOs is the best part. The de-emphasis on rating with the inclusion of all the mandatory quest side content has made it hard to enjoy playing the game. Yeah, that's unfortunate, right? I mean, that's why I don't get back into WoW or something, because I'd rather be immediately at the level where I can, like, play raids. I get it that I have to learn the mechanics, but I have to learn the mechanics for 2,000 hours, right? Kali Altar will get crushed. Oh, yeah, no, I wasn't going to trigger that. Stunned you haven't died from the last 40 seconds of play. I have my moments, maybe. Collective Company. In that case, I think there's something appealing about the predictability of the game system that the players are fighting against. It's a different kind of practice than trying to predict a human opponent. For sure, right? For sure. You're compensating for your own actions like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Thanks, Taki. I'm going to take that as a compliment, right? So Andy has played the daily already on PS. I have not, Jeremy. I have not played the daily on PS yet. In fact, in good old Andy Nealon tradition, I forgot to turn on the PS4, and I've yet to link the PS5. But that's fine. They're the same daily, right? It's still the PSN daily, as far as I can tell. But I will take a brief break in a bit to go out and turn on the PS4 after I fail at this one. This is the practice daily, exactly, Brooklyn. That doesn't look like a good path. Let's get that rock. What? Is that the... oh, no. Good. I say it doesn't look like a good path. It's the only path. The practice daily always goes better than the real daily. Yeah, it's an unfortunate truth, but it is the truth, right? Wow. Too much going on here. Sorry, Turkey. Let's not do this over here, because I know if I do it over there, I'm going to have to rope my way out of this again. Wait. Can get that. Let's do that. Well, no, let's not go over there. Pixel Titans, use the bird for the pot. Done. Done. Use the... Oh, yeah, got it. How often do you better on your second play of the daily? I don't think I do a better on the second play of the daily. Right? Which is terrible and says a lot about the state of my deteriorating memory or my ability to remember. Like, I was listening to the Giant Bombcast last night, and I think Brad Shoemaker was like, I can't remember anything about a game that I played on stream. Right? And I was like, well, Brad, you two are not the youngest anymore. Right? I don't know how much we can actually blame that on the distraction that is streaming and not just admit to the fact that we're getting old. Oh, God. Nope, 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 nope. That sucks. That was bad. That was bad. That was a waste of a bomb. Waste of a bomb. Waste of another bomb. Can I maybe not waste another bomb here? Jesus Christ. Okay, we're done here. I'm at 0 bombs. I just totally messed that up. Well, now you're down there. Cool. Do I want to deal with that? I have to. I don't really have much of a choice. Yuck. Well, good job for me on the daily that would be the moment when I actually... Oh, no, no! Get out of here, get out of here, get out of here! Nope, dead. Okay. Spike shoes. Yeah, I did have the spike shoes, didn't I? Be right back. I'll turn on the PS4. Maybe today I'll be better on the PS4. We shall see. Be right back. Yeah, I definitely had jump shoes and spike shoes, I think, but I don't, you know. Wait, what am I doing? I'm not doing this. I'm quitting this. Quit. And then PS remote play. I remember when I had faith in Andy once. Yeah, probably not a smart idea. I'm also like stressed to the nth degree through teaching and everything else right now, so I wouldn't bet on myself right now. Right, I've been doing too much stuff. My workload in the last couple of weeks has been insanity. So, oh, new version. Oh, it has to update to 1.17. Okay. Wait, did that happen? Okay, 1 second. Sorry, everyone. Well, we can look at this. No, I'm going to use it as an excuse, Xanagear. I'm also 50 years old. I'm pretty sure you're not 50. Pretty sure you're a lot younger than 50. Okay, hopefully this works. But I hope your dog's fine. I hope your dog's doing good. Everyone turned 50 in 2020. That's not entirely untrue. I have to admit, that is not entirely untrue. You're just like one adult older than me. Let's jump right into the daily, because maybe my memory will still have some... Yeah. Is the Wombat episode in the can? It is. It is. It's probably up as we speak, or going up later today, is my guess. Nick's been editing it. I think it's going to be less editing than some of the other stuff we did, but we, you know, Doug moderated, so it was a little bit, wasn't, oh god, didn't I just take a hit on that in the last one too? I definitely took a hit here, but that wasn't what did me in the end. Okay. Oh god. Wow. I am really messing this up right now. Looking at this daily thinking, is today the day? I don't think so. I don't think so. Because now I have to do this bonkers bullshit again that I did just now. And I'm probably going to blow myself up. Right? I'm probably going to blow myself up doing it. Let's see. Let's do this step by step. Get some money down here. Get the pug. Drop the pug down there. Drop a bomb, pick it up. Nah, it worked. It was actually better than last time. Okay, don't get hit by that stupid mole. You know, that thing I did here with the... with that creature, that was too risky. That was too risky. I'm not doing that again. Come on down. Come on. Okay. Mole is the real boss of the game. Well, I died to the Mole King, I guess. Sort of. Give me that money. Thank you. 2 health. Oh no! Wow. Okay, so let's not... maybe be a little bit more cautious here. I have 5 bombs. I know that I messed up badly on Quilliam. Oh boy, there's a bomb. Bomb in the chest. There's nothing over here, right? This is the right way to go. Yeah, I did get 2 turkeys on this level. The back whip. Oh, yeah. No, I'm, you know, you got me there. It only took you, what, a month? 2 months? Too many months? I don't know. A while to get me to buy in on that? It took too long, potentially, right? Wow, as if I had forgotten. Unbelievable. So bad. Hey, Ix, you're not late. You're perfect. Yeah, the back whip is not great. I do not like the back whip. I'm not a big fan. Doesn't feel like the right thing to do, but sure, whatever. Okay. Nope, I want throwable to get the money over there. So let's get that. And then slow for a moment before I die again to the same thing. Oh boy. Please fall through that gap, please. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Oh, here's what I did last time. I just did it like this. Okay, fine. Remember that scene in Indiana Jones where he goes to whip the treasure over him and he kills a bat that was behind him? Nice. And Ix arrives precisely when he means. New miniseries sounds awesome. Yeah, no, I listened to a little bit of it, but I haven't listened to all of it, so I'm looking forward to listening to it. But I'm also, you know, I'm just happy we have content that's very, very good, and does not require additional work from us, because I am freaking burnt out. Like, I need a break badly. I think that's gonna work. I think that worked. That worked. Perfect. Okay, so not going to die to that nonsense again. Let's just get out of here. Okay, very excited for multiplayer update. Fingers crossed. Yeah, it's coming soon, right? Watching Lord of the Rings once is more time than enough, says Collected Company. I don't know if I fully agree with that. For me, it's kind of comfort food. Because I watched it when I was, I watched Fellowship in the Ring in Vancouver in 2001 when I was in grad school with my friend Eddie, with whom I would later make Osmos. You know, that was a really special time in my life, so probably I have some nostalgia for what that time meant to me. And I think it's I think the Lord of the Rings trilogy is solid. I like that stuff. And the making ofs are amazing too. Oh, look here, isn't that good? So, okay, where do I need to put you so that you don't die? Maybe here? Maybe I'll just throw you down there, like so. And we go up here, get the turkey. Okay, so Van Horsing is to my left. Perfect. Do I have the boot? I do have the boots. Let's wait for a second. I can't tell if introducing friends new to Spelunky in a multiplayer co-op context would be easier or harder for them to understand the game. I don't know, honestly. Taki says, my partner struggles with movies longer than 80 minutes, but likes Lord of the Rings, so when we watch it in like 20 parts. Nice. I mean, we have that problem because we have a child. That's why we watch things in sessions. Although we've gotten better at it lately. We've been getting a lot better at it. Ooh, I think I want you to cook that turkey for me. Oh, no, don't do that. Why does bombing the walls of Van Horsing's room aggro him only sometimes? I didn't even know it aggroed him. Because I guess I've never done that. Can't wait to troll my friends right as we get to World 7 by just throwing them into spikes. Wow! I played HD co-op on a date once. It went pretty well, says Ix. Okay. Do I care about... I don't care, and furthermore, I'm going to get the Kapala. So now... So... I hope you have regained... No! I hope... Wow, that was kind of nuts. Xanagir, I hope you have regained faith in me a little bit. It only aggroes him if the bomb hits certain tiles or if the bomb comes a certain distance. Maybe it's just the proximity to the bomb. Do you ever ride the turkeys? Sometimes. Sometimes, right? But mostly I try to get them cooked. Okay. Cool, so we have the Kapala. That's pretty much a key item for me. Right? If I'm trying to do any path shenanigans. Whoa! Idiot. Unbelievable. This doesn't look good. Okay, let's just get down here. Oh, there's the exit. No back whip while talking. Okay. I think it was around date 4, so we probably dated for 3 to 4 months. Nice. Current partner isn't interested, but supportive of gaming. Yeah, my wife's not... Well, that's not true. My wife played a ton of 6 bombs. I'm gonna have to drill here anyway, so let's just get it out of the way. Played a ton of Animal Crossing. Really liked Animal Crossing. I never explore here, right? I should at least be walking around and seeing if there's any good stuff for me to collect while I'm waiting for the potential lava drip to end. I mean, I could also be killing myself at the same time, but... Ooh, look. Look what it is. It's a turkey. Okay, let's... Careful, careful. Oh boy. Well, fine. I guess that was a zero-sum thing. Well, this doesn't look great. Okay, a minute. Well, let's do the. Let's wait. Let's just wait. Man, one puddle. I died on the daily when that imp doinked me into the lava. Oh no. Oh no. Is the cape worth it? Is the cape worth it? It's so the cape potentially. The answer is potentially yes, because the cape is amazing. But more than that, I need the crown, right? I need the crown if I want to get Excalibur, if I want to kill Kingu, and if I want to ever see the Sunken City. My wife doesn't play games or have interest in them, but played Animal Crossing all summer. Right. My wife did play a little bit of Overcooked with me, and she loves Tetris. So we played Tetris, Puyo Puyo Tetris quite a bit, but we basically played it because it was good. It was good competitive Tetris. We didn't play the Puyo Puyo part. Lava is done. Okay. In that case, let's get down. Let's get out of here. Is that going to be a pain in the ass to get out of later? Nah, let's do it. It's totally doable. Okay. So my biggest problem here right now is I still need to focus and not get too ahead of myself, right? There's a big chance that I get so arrogant. Come on, man. There we go. Thank you. Oh boy. Oh god. Really? Thanks, game. I mean, thanks me. Thanks me for thinking that everything's fun and games. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna pause here for a second, because now if you're ever worried about the lava bottom layer, the normal exit top also works, right? You got this, remember your Andy strats, just clear out the... Okay, got it. But now's the question. Well, that's K-Pusk Paw, Spring Boots, good times. What do I do now? So I've been told multiple times that there's a get a billion health here, right? Here I would throw the helping hands at each other for blood. It's not worth doing because you reset your HP in Tide Pool. My 4-year-old's cheering you on. Yay! I have a fan. Yes! Made my day. Thanks, BBQ man. That's very kind. Please give my best wishes. I will try my best. Colin says Xanagir is right. Okay, so let's just get out of here. Jeremy, not to say that you're not right, but it's true, right? Like I'm gonna die pretty soon anyway, and I'm at 7 health. If I die before that, it'll probably be a one-hit kill. Or something that kills me instantaneously, so I probably don't... Oh, Jeremy also agrees. Yeah, 7's probably good. Okay, so let's try not to die here. That's just so random. Jeremy will remember this. Oh no! Oh no! Is that a ref... So I know that mechanic pops up in a lot of games, but the last one I played, I think, was... things like Man of Medan. I think that has... Bob will remember this. But it's probably also in The Walking Dead. Yeah, it's also in The Walking Dead. Yeah. The Man of Medan stuff, like, I only played the first episode. Pretty fun. Pretty fun, right? If you played Until Dawn and you liked it, Man of Medan is not as good as Until Dawn, but it's pretty good. And I hear that the second part of Man of Medan is really good. It's just quick time stuff, right? But it's so fun. Peak Andy happens at 1 HP. I'm at 10. Means I'm gonna suck? Probably. Peak Andy jumping directly into a bat. Yeah, it'll happen. It'll happen. Where's the exit? Definitely not there. God, the double jump saved my ass. That was a little bit too rough, right? But without the double jump, I would have been dead. Okay, so here's straight up the truth. I'm terrible at Olmec. I have literally not beaten Olmec unless I have 12 bombs, right? Just watch the Xanagir video. Should I do it right now? Should I do it right now? Spend 2 minutes? Okay, I'll watch it now. Okay. Let me go to title cards, pull up a browser tab, full screen this, go to YouTube, go to Xanagir. Okay, now let me share the screen again. Okay. Play all. Bop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Olmec skip guide. What's the name of the guide here? Oh, Xanagir's sending me a link. Thank you.
Hey everyone, Xanagir here. I know a lot of people have been struggling to find a new strategy for Olmec they like, so I thought I'd show you mine. It's very consistent, and once you practice it, I think it's actually pretty easy. This strategy does require either Vlad's Cape or a jetpack, which you should have on most Sunken City runs.
Check.
Before we get to the guide, make sure you head over to Twitch and follow me at twitch.tv/Xanagir.
Done a long time ago.
Subscribe here so you don't miss any future videos.
Pretty sure I'm subscribed.
To start the fight,
I am.
Just run straight under Olmec, and he will be in the perfect spot to repeatedly bait him down.
Look at Xanagir doing this super tight shit.
As soon as he lifts
like, you don't have to do that. You can make it that wide. Okay.
To do the second phase, we are going to avoid Olmec shooting any bombs by immediately jumping in an arc to the left or right and whipping the right and left floaters at the same time. The most important thing to note about this is to never go back the way you started jumping, otherwise you will get crushed. Next, you want to follow the same principle and never back up as you whip around the center of his floaters while running the opposite direction he is moving.
Okay.
Make sure you whip him before he moves too far, otherwise you'll have an awkward pillar in the middle of your pit. Repeat that until phase 3.
Quick question, Xanagir. Are you like double pressing X and square, right? Are you pressing both buttons for jump and whip at the same time to do that? Probably, right? Yeah, looks like it.
Make sure you fall
right
at the start of phase 3 to guarantee that at least one of the UFOs explodes. After each UFO phase, immediately get underneath him to bait him further down, just like phase 1. Remember that you are in control of when Olmec slams, so try your best not to be afraid of standing underneath him. Otherwise, you may find yourself in an awkward corner. As each UFO comes out, jump on any that don't explode immediately, and you will have enough time to get back on his head before he starts moving again. When he hits the last layer, he will slam into the lava and the fight will be over.
That seems really hard.
Thanks for watching this video.
I mean, it doesn't seem impossible, right? Don't get me wrong, but it seems really hard. Let me get back to the game. I mean, I'll try it. Here's Davey doing this. Okay, let's watch Davey doing this. 1 second, now I click that away. Okay. Oh, I have to download this video? It's an MP4. Ugh. Okay, download. This is a little bit annoying, but sure, I'll try to start this. Davey Olmec. Let's see. Okay, 1 second. Let me full screen this. How do I full... Man, there we go. Okay, I see. Okay, I see what's going on here. Cool. Okay, so let's try that. Let me switch back to the game. Okay. Is this Davy Reedon we're talking about? Just so I know which Davy, because that's the only Davy I know. Okay, so I don't, clearly I can pull this part off. I mean, sorry if I die in like 2 seconds here. I still think I'm gonna, yeah, we'll see. Okay, so now I go here, and now I, okay. Okay, so now, keep on doing this, right? Oops, I missed one. Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa. Jesus Christ. Oh no. Nope. I was running. Got a hit on the second jump. I was definitely running. I was definitely running just now, but I don't know what happened. Whatever, that's fine. I'm not gonna, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I'll get there eventually. But that was not meant to be. I mean, the good news is, honestly, right, that the boss fight actually got good, right? Like, it looks like it might have actually just gotten a lot better. What am I doing here? I need to turn off the PS4. Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of a timing thing there, right? That you have to get pretty good at in order for that, to hit both, right? To hit both of those and not mess up on that, which I clearly do not have that skill yet. What am I doing here? Where's my, there we go. What time is it? 11:40. Oh, I still have some time. Let's do a couple more runs. If you go far right, drop on him. Okay, let me get back to the game. There we go. But you should practice that part from the shortcut. Got it. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense because, yeah, more often than not, I don't have enough bombs to do the couple of chaos runs. Oh, yeah, for sure chaos runs. What else? There we go. But you should practice that part. I could practice. I guess, is that interesting to watch me do that? Who's my favorite character? I mean, I do like the robot a lot, but the second I unlocked old Spelunky dude, I was like, okay, that's clearly a fitting thing. So yeah, sure, let's, wait, that's not, what am I doing here? That's not what I wanted to do. Main menu. Wrong, yeah, wrong door. Sorry. Just unlocked the ninja, nice. I need to at some point do this stuff. Wait, wrong answers? What did I do wrong now? Oh, okay, I get it. Is this where I go? Okay. Colin is everyone's favorite. Okay, so let's try this. Wait, what? No, this is... Where do I practice that? Where's the shortcut I practice that from? Make sure the omic falls on the first... Oh, I have to go back. How do I... Gotta rope it. Oh, got it. Okay. You can see how often I've done this, right? Jesus Christ. Am I even in the middle? I am in the middle. But now I don't have the cape, right? Don't let him bomb. How do I even get up there? Okay, that worked like a charm. Use the block on the left. Rope him and ride his head next time. Use the block on the left or use ropes. Then you hop down onto the block and whip him when he's above it. Ropes can take out the nodes too. Oh, got it. Or push it. There you go. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Maybe not that far. Am I in the middle? Yeah, I'm in the middle. Okay, now that unfortunately just got broken. Oh, I see what's happening here. Maybe this will work. No, I messed that up. Oh, get off me, Vaughn. Get out of here. Okay, I'm getting it. Okay, and now, so let's pause for a second. How do I, so the second part, yeah, I get it now, right? Because if I don't have, honestly, I think it's easier for me without the double jump, right? Ride him left. Okay, so let's do that. And now for our feature presentation. Okay. Okay. Now I have to get underneath him, right? Like so. Okay. And then that's not what I want. That's not what I want. Oh boy. Do I ride him back left? The question here is, so I lure him down, crash in. Idiot 6, have you gotten to Eggplant World? I have not. I have not. I've not gotten to Eggplant World or Sunken City. Oh god. Oh god! Jesus Christ. What? This sucks, I think. This sucks a little bit too much, right? There we go. Okay, okay. Okay. Well, I mean, I did watch your video finally, Xanagear, right? Like I balked against watching that video for so long. Cause it's like I don't know, there's like I'm okay with people telling me how to do a thing, but I don't really like watching tutorials. Right? I guess that's which is also not true because of course I learned everything about synthesis through watching tutorials, but video games it's like I don't know. I kind of want to figure it's a little bit more like puzzly, right? To like figure it out myself, but that video definitely helped, obviously. So thank you very much. Hey, Tic Tac Foe, how's it going? I just, for the first time, successfully beat the latest instantiation of Olmec without John Axon's amazing bomb trick. There's a rope right there. Ooh boy, is that? Yeah, I can do that. But I did it with a shortcut, so this is not the daily. Only a nerd would watch someone else play video games. I've definitely watched a lot of people play. I've definitely watched a lot of people play video games. Like I watch a lot of Magic. I think that makes me, yeah, pretty nerdy. Pretty nerdy. What's the bomb trick? The bomb trick is if you have 12 bombs, you can like pre-build a path that you can lure Olmec into, and just falls all the way to the bottom, right? And it's fantastic. It's like there's no risk. It takes a while, but it's not that hard. Oh boy, I don't want to deal with you. Leave me alone. Of course that was too high. This is funny. This is maybe the first time I'm ever playing a shortcut, right? It's another thing I don't like doing. I don't like the shortcuts. I still don't have the last shortcut, right? Oh boy, oh boy. Well, that's... Shortcuts remove the sting of death. I like the sting of death. I'm gonna go back to doing I'll do one more big run. I like the sting of death. It reminds me of my own mortality. Maybe that's not the reason people play video games, but yeah, I'm not every people. Sure. I'm just here to get murdered by you again. Thank you for your service. Okay, let's get back to just playing normal. Axolotl, good mount or best mount? Terrible mount. Terrible for me. I will definitely teleport myself into the wall, for sure. For sure. So I stopped looking at how many people are watching this, but I'm assuming that this is the part where I should probably be saying, please follow our podcast called Eggplant, The Secret Lives of Games. It's at eggplant.show. This week we spoke to Stuffed Wombat, an artist and game creator from Austria. Lovely, lovely person. Definitely like super interesting games, really interesting philosophy on game design, and really trying to tackle some hard problems in game design. It's a really cool little manifesto, right? I'm not the biggest fan of manifestos, but I have to say this one strikes a chord with me, which is the Small Games Manifesto. Like making games that can be played in under 2 hours. I should plug the last podcast with Derek Yu. Oh yeah. And we also, eggplant.show, there you'll see it. We had Derek Yu and Mickey on the show from Blitworks to talk about the details of certain design aspects of Spelunky 2. And man, I mean, that moment, again, I always rank like best moments in the podcast over the year, at the end of the year end show. That's easily gonna be in that list, right? That's so funny. The whole story around Van Horsing, and I'm already partial to Van Horsing. So the fact that Mickey was like, come on, Van Horsing is a famous vampire hunter. How do you justify that Van Horsing would shoot an arrow into like a block that's like 1 block away from him? It's so good. It's so good. Right? That the like lead engineer on the project is like, this makes no sense. Right? So I was constantly arguing to Mickey that he should not sell himself short, right? It's very typical of engineers to be like, well, I'm the engineer, I'm not really a designer. And I'm like, I don't know. Everything you're doing there sounds like game design to me. But you know, I'm also that person on the IGF jury who's always like, please stop bumming me out about what specifically constitutes game design, right? Game feel isn't game design. I'm like, excuse me? How is that not game design? Well, it's physics. I'm like, I don't know, man. Controls of a game sound awfully much like game design to me. But then again, of course, Doug and I both don't like the name game design at all anyway, so... that's a whole other problem. Okay, let's get you over here. Give Yang the turkeys? Really? Okay, I'll give Yang the turkeys. I haven't given Yang turkeys in... I mean, it's probably not since the beta build. I may have not given Yang turkeys since the game came out. Well, let's see what you got to offer, Yang. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That was 100% worth it. See, that's why I don't give Yang turkeys. Did I miss the daily? You did, Matron Boy. I'm sorry. Yeah, exactly. Make Yang better, Derek. Make Yang better. Game design doesn't mean anything anymore, says Sam. We should just add petting dogs to all our games. Exactly. Exactly. I miss the game feel of putting Super Nintendo cartridges into my SNES. Oh, doorbell just rang. I wonder what we got. I think it may have been a... Oh, you know what? I need to check this. I'll be right back. Oh, is it the delivery? That was our grocery delivery. No, I have like a large. I have a large delivery today. From Bleep. From the Warp Records store. I think like I ordered like 8 vinyl months ago, and one of them was like a new concert by Suzanne Kiani. Like not the old Buchla concert, like a new Buchla concert, and that one took a while to, I think, to get printed. Anyway. This is why game designers are such a mess of a group. Probably. With mismatched skills. Synth delivery? No, it's not. I wish, Brocrane. I'm still waiting for my AFX station. Any reason you don't give the channel a sub button, Andy? Good question. Good question. Because we do have affiliate status, right? I guess maybe you have to have that. Sorry, I haven't done that yet. But yes, I should give the channel a sub button. Well, here's the thing, Xanagir, right? The 4 of us are not fully decided on anything about when it comes to like making money off of this that would even keep the lights on, which is why we don't have a Patreon and we don't have a sub button. So I guess I have to. It's in discussion, right? Colin says Sarah's currently re-litigating over my shoulder an argument she had with Zach in the IGF game design jury. That is funny. Ix says, put me on the IGF jury, you cowards. I mean, be careful what you wish for, Ix. Be careful what you wish for, right? One good word to Kelly, and you might find yourself in a situation where at least you'll be jurying. You might not be a judge in the end, but you might be jurying. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's cool work, and I love doing it, but it's a lot of work. Lots of the PS5s delivered in the UK turned out to be an Amazon box with a heavy bag of rice inside. What? What? That's crazy. Oh yeah, Xanagir, split the few bucks before ways. It's not about that, right? It's about the politics of 4 white dudes making money off of a thing, which is, it's just a thing we have to talk through. I would have picked Short Hike last year. Yeah, as you and everyone else, Hicks. I was on the IGF jury or something once, and I think I had to bail. Yeah, maybe because you were busy, right? Because it turns out it's actually a thing that academics are pretty well situated to do because it's part of our job description, right? Where's the... I'm not paying attention here at all. Where's the door? It's not down there. Get out of here, you... Ugh! I knew it! I knew I was going to throw that on my head. I knew it. Oh, it's down there. It's down there, so I have to bomb. Hand rope. Ugh. There's definitely a way to drop a bomb there so that it forms a staircase. But I'm not good at it, turns out. Oh, right, I can just drop that with the shopkeeper. But all I want here is that, so thank you. 4 health, okay. Let's see. Jury and judge are backwards, so he might be a judge. Jury's a small... Oh, right. I always mix that up, Colin. I'm very bad at that. Someone was doing a swapperoo with PS5 site weight boxes. Unbelievable. You do get a free expo pass if you do the jury. Although GEC ain't happening anymore. Well, they're doing it later, right? It got delayed. I hope my analog pocket isn't a small bag of rice. That would be terrible. 051. Hey, Ben. I was on the jury last year, and it was hard, but also very enjoyable for the most part. Yeah, it was great, right? I mean, the games that were in the IGF in 2020 were stellar. right? There were so many games that weren't even honorable mention that I thought were fantastic. You all mean judge and not jury. Yeah. Judges are the... Wait. Now I'm going to have to scroll back up to Colin's earlier thing. Yeah. Judge is a person who's like... The judges are like 600 people, and then the jury are like the area juries, right? I think have learned about 75% of the games I play from the podcast. I've probably gotten lazier about finding stuff myself. Well, if we can provide that service, we're trying to be good at it, right? All four of us are strong believers in curation, right? Which is, again, contentious issue because of gatekeeping, right? Where an algorithm is rational and doesn't care about gatekeeping, but also not good. Also, machines are shit at that. I'm sorry. I don't think they're doing a good job of it. Pastoral Mac, I just want to say I absolutely love Derek Hughes philosophizing about instant death in the last Into the Depths episode. So glad the podcast made a space for that discussion. Yeah, you definitely have Colin to thank for that. I think Colin was the one who wanted to talk about that. Pixel Titans, I'm all for celebrating games, but judging games conceptually seems weird to me. Well, judging anything, anything that's subjective judgment is hard, right? But it doesn't mean, just because it's hard doesn't mean it shouldn't be done. Because if it shouldn't be done, then we shouldn't be teaching any subjective matter in college, right? Like architecture. Let's just make people build houses that look like bubblegum, right? Because nothing matters, right? So I disagree with that, honestly, right? I think judging and subjective judgment, even if it's subjective, is a thing that you can practice and get better at and understand the cultural process. So I have a lot to say about that. Colin, it's fundamentally dumb but fun. Well, I disagree. As an educator and a scholar, I disagree with that. Xanagir, it's really hard to stop playing Spelunky with my limited game time. I'm glad I played Disc Room, though. That's good. It's good. The field of regulatory economics need representation at IGF, of course. Does Cart Life represent? I like game jams where there's no contest or judge at the end. Sure, all of that is valid. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to not judge, right? But I mean, if you all prefer Steam upvoting or YouTube algorithms that show you like the hottest garbage in the world and can be gamed, right? I don't know what's better there, right? Humans you trust. Like I listen to podcasts because there are people I trust because I like their tastes and I have shared tastes, right? So it's culture, right? Culture requires that we do the work and not machines. Sorry, I have a very strong stance on this, right? If you want machines to do it, they'll do it, right? But yeah, we tend to not want to value things that we can't put numbers on. And there is a strong evidence that anytime you abdicate responsibility to machines or not wanting to do it, the thing that you want valued will be undervalued, right? That's straight up the truth. And if you don't believe that, look at anything where you've gotten really bent out of shape when you left that up to a machine or other people, right? I bet you can find something in your life right now where that's true. So I think it's a fallacy to think that we don't need that, right? It's a huge fallacy, in fact, right? It's work. It's hard work. And some people have to do it, right? There you go. There's my hottest take of today. But yeah, I get it. No one wants to judge anything anymore, and no one wants to be judged by anything ever. That's a problem. That's a huge problem. You will implicitly be judged, right? If you do not want to be judged, you will implicitly be judged. And you probably won't like that outcome either. Okay. Oh. Why did I throw that? Why? Come here, buddy. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see what kind of pushback I'm getting. The counterexample Valve would give is that the person will never find niche games. Yeah, I'm not saying, Colin, I'm not saying don't use computers. I'm saying just using computers is a mistake, right? You can definitely use data and analysis, right? But like just thinking that a machine's going to decide that, yeah, it's still going to be ranked, right? The argument against accolades and judgment, I think, is really nuanced. It's not that subjective things shouldn't be discussed or it should happen. Yeah, no, I'm definitely simplifying it a little bit too much. I worked at a research division of a big company. I was surrounded by some shady folk and some good folk being talked over. Sure, Docky, for sure. Which is the outcome that means I get rich, right? Not the best motive for devs. Exactly, right? So you pick the people who you trust, right? This is supposedly how we pick the Supreme Court, right? Which of course doesn't work there. Well, it works for some people. Let's do that. Oh, the key's down there. I think I can do this. But yeah, it's like, I think it's a fallacy to think that just because we're not judging, you will not be judged, right? That's a mistake. I teach this in the prototyping class all the time, right? When people are like, well, I don't want to put a value on this. I'm like, well, someone will do it for you. And it's very likely not the value that you think it should be, right? Again, don't get me wrong, I'm not a formalist, right? I don't believe in like everything can be enumerated. But someone's going to enumerate it, right? So if you think you have a better value system, by all means, exert your right to do it, right? Wow, that's a lot of turkeys. Am I buying all these turkeys? I think I'm buying. Well, wait. Yeah, let's do a. It's gonna be a turkey fest, right? Turkey, turkey, turkey. Got a lot of turkeys. Support. Oh my god, I just got an achievement. I got an achievement for supporting a local business. I didn't know that was an achievement. Time is at 1:31. Okay. Ah! Jesus, come on. Come on, bud. Oh, come on. Thank you. Wait, I can still use this to... This is a lot of work, but I'll do it. Yeah, so is this what happens, Colin? Is this what you meant? Is this what happens when you actually save? When you actually save the turkeys? That Yang then is like later gonna pop up and give you like 1,000,000 turkeys? I wrote that wrong. Judging here and among audiences is great, but the idea of this is the best piece of art this year is dumb. Yeah, I mean, it's subjective. Two different people will have different opinions about what the best piece is. Oh, don't do that. Come back here. Thank you. But, you know, I think curation is important, period. I'm just gonna say it. Right. Now, how that happens and who you trust is a different thing, right? But that's how culture happens, right? Is all curation good? No, for sure not. For sure not. There we go. There's the lava. So I should be able to... Yeah, let's do this. Okay, let's wait for a second. Curated curation. Pretty much, right? I mean, that sounds silly, but like, I curate curation, right? Like, I have people I listen to and people whose things I value, or people who I value some and some not, and then I have to lay my own filter on top of it. So it's, you know, it's a lot of filters. I literally run an art gallery, so I obviously like curation, but award shows are dumb. Maybe. You might be right about that. You might be right about that, but I think, I mean, if I don't really see the big difference between an art gallery and an award show, and I know that's gonna flip your lid right now, Colin, right? I mean, you're selecting things that you want to have on more prominent display, right? Sure, there are a lot of differences that I'm brushing under the rug right now, but like you're picking things that you think are more important than others, right? So I don't really see where there's that big of a difference. Oh God! Sorry, buddy. Oh, that jump's gonna suck later. The difference is I am not saying this is the best. I'm saying this is fucking cool. Well, you know, implicitly that's what's happening in approval voting in the IGF, right? Because IGF runs under approval voting, which I still think is the best way to do that. No one's actually ranking them, right? They're like, here are the things I think are cool, but then if you average that out over a number of people, right, then you get arguably a more diverse opinion, right? What's going on here? Sorry, I gotta pause this for a second. Phone's going crazy. Oh, I'll call you back later, my friend. Oh, it's already 12. That's why. What just happened? What just happened? That was funny. By the way, I'd like to point out I'm having this conversation, which is pretty hard to have in parallel to playing this game. Dude, are you mad at me? Is he gonna whip me? I just heard a whip. I'm panicking. IGF is run very well. It's the only thing I care about because of how quality the judging is, but actually ranking things as 1, 2, 3 is absurd. Well, again, it's the, I mean, the principle is, oh boy. Sorry everyone. I messed up. There are certain things where you have to rank it, right? When you vote for a president, you have to rank it and stuff like that because you don't want 5 presidents. Or maybe you do. Maybe a presidential parliamentary presidential parliament is terrible, right? Not art. Sure, not art. But yeah, then we should just say we have 5 things we like that are good. But so they are all in the first place, and everything else is second, right? Or everything in your art gallery is number 1, and everything else is second. You're still doing a ranking. It's just not everything's being ranked, right? Indiecade used to do that. It's true. Indiecade definitely used to do that, right? But yeah, when you put things in a more exposed space, those things are ranked, right? They are for sure ranked, right? Even if you just have 2 positions, that's a ranking. It's just not a very nuanced ranking, right? But you're ranking. You've preferred one thing over the other, right? Oh, here's the clip I actually wanted. It's not sold as this is the best. It's sold as here's some good stuff. Yes, for sure. You've decided that there are multiple things that are equally good, for sure, right? It's different when you have, I mean, you could also just take, and this has been discussed for a million years at the IGF, right? You could take all the money and just give it to the people evenly, right? You could do that. But, you know, it's not how it's done right now. But I would be, I mean, not that I have any say in this whatsoever, right? Don't think that I'm like a maker and shaker at things like this, right? I just have conversations with people. Andy's going to have awkward conversations if he has a second child. Of course there's... I mean... there's a lot of plausible deniability going around there, right? When people are like, well, I wouldn't rank this. And then you're like, but in your head you have a ranking, right? For sure in your head you have a ranking, right? There's no universe where you think the 2 things are absolutely the same good, right? Winning an IGF award should be a burden. You should use it as a spotlight for the whole community. Oh, yeah, for sure. That is one. I've always said that, right? I've always said that... the IGF is not scholarship. It should be a highlighting of the best indie games has to offer. That's always been my philosophy. Ix says, my parents told me I was an accident. Ix, you and me both, my friend. You and me both, my friend. I was for sure an accident. But I'm also the 3rd child. As a father of 2 children, I can confirm there is a ranking. Yes, there is. But it always goes unsaid. Exactly as I said it. There's nothing wrong with having that, right? It's just, you know, sometimes we speak it, sometimes we don't. I appreciate your passion and willingness to have this discussion, Andy. Thanks, Pixel Titans. I mean, I have a lot. I've thought about this a lot. I'm not saying I have the solutions, or I'm not even saying that what I'm saying is right. There's no right or wrong here, obviously, right? I'm just saying that, and also it shifts. It shifts over time. If you have the same conversation with me in 5 years, maybe the times will have, right? I'm not independent. I live, everything of this I say lives in context, right? It lives in the context of the world we live in, right? Like the way I grade right now lives in the context of the world we live in. So it's never divorced from that, right? What I'm saying is it's not as simple as putting down a law and then saying that now this is it and now we're never going to change that, right? Which is why the law is complicated and not an algorithm and should not ever be an algorithm. This is like my only outlet for random indie games arguments since I'm not meeting up with people anymore. Great. This is the real IGF. The real IGF is so huge and so much more diverse, right? It's so much more diverse. Like the conversations, and Ben was here earlier. I don't know if Ben's still here. Everyone who was on a jury, everyone who was on a jury was also part of the grand prize jury, which wasn't always the case. Hey, Ben. So you were also on the grand prize jury, right? That grand prize jury conversation I felt was amazing. I didn't have enough time to chime in. I think you had a lot more time. You may not even have noticed that I was there because I probably didn't say a whole lot on the Discord. But I didn't feel like I had... So the thing is, when I have nothing to add to the proceedings, I tend to shut the fuck up. Right? Because I think enough people talk enough already. And that's not me saying I think people talk too much. That's me saying if someone's already said a thing that I think I want to add, I don't say it. Right? I don't have to add more noise to the system. But the conversations were great. They were fantastic. They were so good. And some people were very passionate about their opinions, and some of their stuff got in and some didn't. And some were disappointed. And I think in the end, 3 of the nominees or half of the nominees were things I really wanted to see nominated. And 3 I wanted in there didn't make it. And that's fine, right? I'd love to know, basically like this Twitch chat from what I'm reading. Yeah, maybe one day down the road they might get released. Probably not, but it would be cool. I don't think they're ever going to release the chats, right? I think it would be helpful for the developers to hear what's going on, right? But it's not even a logistical nightmare. It's just that I think the people who are the judges, the big group of people, and the jury, they're doing this all pro bono, right? And a lot of people have full-time jobs, right? So it's hard for them to like write entire essays or like edit the text so that the developers could get like more nuanced feedback. It's just hard. It's not that there's no malice, right? It's just hard to do. Not saying it's not possible, right? Because boy, oh boy, have I written long multi-page reviews for academic papers that I did not get compensated for. And that's just basically part of my academic job. Doggy says, I'm glad I stepped away from jury options because I had so much life going on then. Yeah, it's because not everyone can commit to it, right? I actively seek it out, right? As a scholar, I actively seek it out because like right now, we're not judging for the IGF. Sorry, we're not judging for the IGF because the deadline's moved, right? And normally around this time of year, I'm knee deep in indie games that I've never played before. And it's like, it feels good. Like I'm a little bit sad. Even though I'm burnt out and I need a break, I'm sad that I'm not playing indie games right now, right? And I'm not playing like weird, half-baked ideas that are amazing, right? That's so much fun to do. People often forget what roller coasters Every has been on over the last decade. Yeah. What roller coasters Every has been on the last... I'm not really sure. You mean all of us? Well, I mean, because every time you put something out there for judgment, whether it's commercial or art, or jurying or judging or everything, right? It's always hard to take, right? There's another thing I try to get across in my prototyping class. It's not that it's bad to have a negative reaction to a piece of feedback that you don't want to hear. It's just not particularly constructive to react on it right away and get defensive. But if you want to know more about that, read up on the concept of positive groundlessness in Buddhist readings. That's my point of reference for that. Indie games, every everything changes every 6 months, which is kind of fun and cool, right? Like the fact that now I can play these 10-minute games from Stuffed Wombat, and Stuffed Wombat's actually figuring out a way to make that a commercially viable thing so that they can continue along the path of making these kind of left field, not mainstream games by bundling them with other people. I think that's fantastic, right? People talk about devs as though their lives have been static. Yeah, and I try to ignore that from quote-unquote people, right? Quick, everyone, mistype every mistype everyone. Spoilers for the episode. So I'm going to sign off now. I'm already 20 minutes over, and a friend of mine wanted to play some Forza Horizon 4, which is a fantastic racing game that only got better on the Xbox Series X. Such a good game. Jesus. I love it so much. I also heard that that Lonely Mountains Downhill got a daily, and I haven't tried that yet. So my TA for prototyping, Sterling, keeps on telling me, basically says he hasn't playing a whole lot of Spelunky 2 because of the daily on Lonely Mountains Downhill, right? And Lonely Mountains Downhill, so good. I'm just so invested in Spelunky 2, right? Maybe one of these days I'll start throwing a little bit of Lonely Mountains Downhill in because it's just such a good game. Thanks for the chat, Andy. Have a good one. You're welcome, Pixel Titans. Also appreciate your perspective, Colin Northway. Yep, Colin's stupid smart, right? So I'm like not stupid smart, but stupidly smart, right? So it's always fun to have these conversations because they're good because they're not carved in stone, and they always change, right? Lonely Mountain Halloween update. Yeah, I think that's when they put in the daily. Yeah, I haven't checked it out yet, I have to say. Haven't gotten around to it yet. Yeah, and Colin's a very, very impassioned speaker, right? So it's like you can feel that there's a lot of thought going into that. And Colin, I have yet to watch or go to the Museum of Other Realities, right? I have a quest here, and I have yet to do that, and I want to check it out at some point. So, you know, I've been like a little bit. I don't poo-poo VR. I'm just like I'm not even a VR skeptic anymore because I actually play Half-Life Alyx and I like it, and I think a lot of VR stuff is really cool. I was always just like a little bit. I felt like it was dangerous to bet the house on it, right? And I think that's just what's happening. Poo Poo VR is a game on Steam. Probably is, Docky. It probably is. Okay, I gotta let my friend. I'm leaving my friend hang right now, so I'm gonna Pojo Poo Poo Head. There we go. Hey, how's it going? I feel like I haven't seen you here in a while, so thanks for jumping in. So anyway, thanks a lot, everyone. I might this one was good. This one, you know what? This one I'm definitely archiving on YouTube because I think there was a lot of good discussion here, and maybe some people would like to see what or hear and listen what we had to talk about with respect to curation and judgment and ranking and all that stuff, right? It's such an interesting topic. Been listening to the cast, but off the Twitch. Well, the Twitch is now every weekday. Sorry, Monday through Thursday from 9 to 10 a.m. and Fridays from 10:30 to noon, all Pacific. But yeah, so yeah, your timing's great, Pojo, because I gotta sign off now. Docky says, "Great stream. Thanks for this." You're welcome, Docky. Thanks for. I love how you're such a regular for the Fridays. It's perfect. I love it. It's because it always makes for good conversation. Like sometimes I just like put my head down. I try to get better at Spelunky 2. Let's face it, most of the time I don't because I prefer trying to have a conversation while playing the game. But it's fun. It's just super fun to do. So thanks everyone for joining. This will go up on YouTube later. If the I did get to Olmec today, and I did, and you all taught me how to beat Olmec. So thanks a lot. That was super cool. From the shortcut, but it was great. It was really great. Check out the stream for the podcast later today. If it's not already up, I'm pretty sure Nick's going to post the Stuffed Wombat show. It was definitely an amazing show. It was really, really cool. Other than that, I'd say next week, you probably already saw, if you were reading on Twitter, we're going to have a special 4-part or even 5-part Into the Depths that's already recorded, at least in 4 episodes. And it's on the music and audio of Mutazione. I think Doug is moderating that, but we already have it, and we're just going to be putting it into the feed. We don't have a guest announced yet, but it's a good one. It's a really good one, and I think we'll probably announce it next week. Other than that, join me Mondays to Thursdays at 9 a.m. and Fridays at 10:30 for the stream. And I'm going to take a weekend off. I need a break. But I wish you lovely people all a wonderful rest of your Friday. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you all here latest Monday. Cheers.